What is up, everybody? So we are back for another game of the Pawn to King series. We are currently Pawn 5 with 43 out of 50 cups, and if we look at, let's see, our details, we've only played 2 ranked games. We won them both with an average of 34 rounds. And that was actually like a 39-round epic, and then a really quick 29-round game. So these are the 2 games. We ended up getting Divinity in both, which is pretty interesting, but very different comps from both of those 2. So we're going to go and play our next game. For this series, I definitely want to see how long I can go with winning every game, specifically as first place. And if you saw episode 1, we almost lost that game. In fact, I think we got quite lucky at the end to find the God of Thunder. Otherwise, we definitely would have lost that game. Game 2 was much more what I expected in these pawn leagues, of kind of just smashing through people. And I kind of want to see how long we can keep up that perfect streak. So we're aiming for first place for as long as we possibly can. I think we'll be able to win until we're in Bishop. And then even then, I think we will be able to maintain top 3 until we hit Rook. So I could be completely wrong. I could lose this game for all I know. RNGesus could not be on my side, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and buy the Red Axe here simply because he's a warrior, and in the current meta, warriors are just really strong. I like buying Red Axe. Tusk Champion is probably my favorite unit to start with because he's a warrior and a beast. I also like grabbing Goblins are a safe option. Unicorn for the rare instance where you can hit a unicorn trick really early in the game. Ooh. That's a lockable screen. I'm going to lock, and then it might look strange, but next round, and I'm locking because there was 2 pairs there, and I want both of them. Next round, we're going to get 3 gold, and I won't be able to buy both of these Abyssal Guards. But what I'm going to do is actually sell the Red Axe, and that'll get me 4 gold. And then I could have 2 Tusks and 2 Abyssal Guards. Those are both really good warriors, whereas the Red Axe is kind of a lower tier, lower quality warrior. So that's the plan right now. Then I'll start the game with 2 pair. So go ahead and sell the Red Axe here. Grab those 2 Abyssal Guards. I've got 2 pair now. An Abyssal Guard, as far as these early warriors, he's probably the strongest just as far as his raw stats go. If we look at the Tusk, he has 650 health, 5 armor, 52 attack damage, and a 1.2 attack speed. The Abyssal Guard, same health, same armor, same attack speed, but he has 85 attack damage, so that's like, what, 33 more. And the main difference is the Tusk has his punch, his One Punch Man punch, and the Abyssal Guard's ability is not very powerful. However, I think he makes up for it, or more than makes up for it, simply by having really high base stats. And the Marine synergy can be really powerful early game. If you can get Beast synergy, Marine synergy with your warriors, you're going to be sitting pretty. So here's going to be the first PvP round, and I'm opting simply for the warriors. So I think my strongest lineup is these 3 warriors right here. I have 2 gold left over not doing anything, so I think I'm going to buy the Taboo Witcher and the Skybreaker. Taboo Witcher is just really powerful early game, and the Skybreaker, I mean, Goblins are good early game as well. I could be using my items. I probably should be using my items. I don't know who to put them on, though. Maybe I'll put the shield on the Swordman, and probably stop there, actually. These units are good pieces to builds, but they're not really ever going to be your main carries or the most important unit in your build, so putting items on them is not very useful most of the time. 5 gold, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I could sell and get up to the gold breakpoint so I can get an interest, or I could just put another unit on the field. I think in this case, I'm just going to opt to put another unit on the field, which means I've got 5 gold. Thunder Spirit's very good. Could lead me down some sort of Divinity build. So we'll see where this game takes me, but currently I'm thinking I'm probably doing some sort of 6 warrior variant. and I've got Divinity in the back of my mind right now. Other than that, I have no idea. Nothing really stands out to me as the build that I should play this game. Very unfortunate that I didn't kill anything there. So we are definitely not going to be able to win streak through this game. The Witcher for sure is going to go in since he hit 2-star. Something like that might be our strongest lineup right now. I'm going to pair the Skybreaker. And I'm going to grab the Desperate Doctor. And I'm going to sell her and grab the Abyssal Crawler. So I'm grabbing the Abyssal because he could be useful for throwing in to grab that Marine synergy really early in the game. I grabbed the Desperate Doctor and the Thunder Spirit because those could be pieces to a Divinity build. And Thunder Spirit's kind of like your trigger. If you see a couple of those early game, you probably want to head towards Divinity, because it's the most important Divinity damage unit until you can get to God of Thunder. And then just pairing these two because it's just good to get pairs. Alright, round 7. We want to have 10 gold by the end of round 8, so what is the best thing we can do now to prepare for that? I think our best option currently is to buy this Stone Spirit. I'm thinking about buying the Wisp Seer simply because I could Unicorn Trick possibly later on down the line, but I don't even have any unicorns, so I don't think he's worth buying. My other option is to sell. I'm actually going to watch this. If I win this round, I might go ahead and sell this Abyssal Crawler. I don't see him going in anytime soon. And I still don't know if I'm going to win. I don't think I will. Okay, so I'm just going to sit like this. I do want the Stone Spirit. And now I'm seeing that I could do Spirit Synergy. I might be able to throw that in somewhere. And now we're starting to get druids. Okay, so this is starting to maybe get a little more convoluted to me, but I definitely know we're going down one of two paths here. We're going down either this left-hand side where we're going to play a warrior build, or this right-hand side where we're going to play a divinity build. I have 11 gold. I definitely don't want to go below 10. So the best thing I think for me, and I don't like 3-starring units almost ever. Taboo Witcher's an okay 1 to 3-star, but I mean, odds are I'm just not going to get it. So I'm going to buy the Unicorn, and I'm doing that for a potential Unicorn trick, which I've mentioned a couple times, but it's a way to use unicorns to get free gold. And it involves the Druid synergy, so if that comes up, I will be showing and explaining how that works. Alright, we won on our screen. Saitama beat us on their screen, so we're in 3rd place, but we definitely know that we are nowhere near the strongest in this lobby right now. And we have to start figuring out what we're going to do pretty quickly. That helps, actually, because it kind of starts making it look like, yeah, we're going down this path. So I could throw that in for the beast, but I think what I want to do is throw him in, take that out. And I think I want the Spirit Synergy, because those stuns are just going to be really nice. And I'm going to throw items on the Taboo Witcher. I don't intend to keep him long term. He doesn't really factor into any late game builds, so it's pretty safe to put items on him. And the Thunder Spirit also, I don't think I'll be keeping her. So by doing this, I am strengthening my team now, and it's not really costing me in the long run. Let's go ahead and get up to 20 gold. I think those were the most expendable pieces I had. Maybe the Abyssal Crawler. So, yeah, I should have sold the Abyssal Crawler and kept the Desperate Doctor, I think. It was a better decision. Tusk, I don't believe I'm ever going to get him to 3 stars. It just... Relying on 3 stars, I just don't like it. It's just so... it's so hit or miss. It's such a crapshoot, and it's a gamble I don't want to take. So I'd much rather play the safer route. So I'm just going to focus on economy for now. If this is Rock Golems, this is an easy round. I do want interest, so I'm going to sell this. And Unicorn Trick this is like the ghetto unicorn trick. A lot of people hold unicorns on their benches because they want to get free gold later on, not realizing that they have a unicorn on their bench right now costing them an extra interest gold. So I was at 29 gold, and I had a unicorn. Rather than holding on to it and hoping to get more so I can get gold, I just sold it now to reach that next interest point, and it was free gold for me there. So that's kind of the ghetto unicorn trick. I'm buying those because that's another pair, so we actually are pretty close to sending him up to 3 stars. We only need 4 more for him, so that's why I made that decision there. I'm gonna go ahead and put some items on the Abyssal Guard. We're pretty strong right now, and I definitely want to hold on to this win streak. It's not a big win streak, but it is a win streak. So I wanted to use my items and give myself the best chance of winning this round, which it looks like I will do. And that was versus the top person who's on a win streak, so maybe we are in a stronger position than I had initially thought. Now that was around 11. Typically you want to be level 6 here. In this particular game I have been focusing more on economy than leveling or composition, simply because I think at these lower ranks, economy is a very straightforward path to victory. You just make more money than your opponents, you get more units on the field, better units on the field later game, and you just win by overwhelming them. And it doesn't rely on early game luck. So that's what I'm doing right now. I probably could have pushed level 6 at some point, and in fact next level I will level up on curve, or next round I'm sorry, I will level up on curve and be level 6. But I felt pretty good about my strength so far, based on how these rounds are going, and I didn't feel it was necessary, at least not yet, to start leveling. And it doesn't give me another synergy either, right? Like, I can't gain Cave Clan or something else by adding another unit. I will level now. The most effective thing to do, I think, is just going to be to add this Swordman. He has a shield on him, and he's just a warrior. It's not giving me more warrior synergy. However, he does benefit from the warrior synergy, and that's why I'm electing to choose him. 47 gold. I don't think I want to sell any of these, so I can go down to 40 here. Buy the Strange Egg, buy the Pair of Agursus. And we're going to be, I think, above 50 from here on out. So this round will end. If I win, I'll hit 50 gold, and I'll be able to stay above 50 gold the rest of the game. And it looks like I'm going to do that. So we are sitting quite comfortably here. Because of my position, you know, I'm very, very strong, and I feel like if I get a unit like a Pirate Captain or a Doom, I will be using that egg on that unit. So Swordman can come out, Agursus can go in. Now I've got 2 ranged units, so I want some sort of formation that will protect them. So I'm going to go like this. Probably my strongest tank right now. He's good simply because if people attack him, they have a chance to get frozen. He's my next best tank, and he's 3rd. Let's see, 51 gold. I do want that red axe. So, I have 3 warriors on the field, and I have 2 on the bench, so I think this is going to be a 6 warrior game. And 6 warrior is kind of like the staple of the meta right now. And that's based purely on just what I've come across. I haven't even scouted yet, and maybe that could be the topic for the next video, is scouting and letting the lobby influence your decision. But for this particular game, I'm just going with the flow. I am going to go ahead and take a peek to see who we're up against here. Pawn 5, everybody is pawn 5. Warriors, not too many people playing warriors, so I feel pretty good about sticking with the warriors here. Now we can start leveling. This is the wolf pack. I'm going to go with my S formation, which looks like this. So these units will stay put and auto attack the wolves, forcing these units to jump to the side rather than jump forward. The wolves will all jump right down here. Most of them will be attacking these 2 units, I think. So let's see how that... Oh, the Stone Spirit slipped through somehow. I don't know how he did that. But they're pretty much all attacking this Abyssal Guard and the Tusk here. So my tanks were able to pick them up and protect my range units. And this is a formation I really like to use on wolves. It helps take a pretty weak comp and not have to worry about clearing this unit. So feel free to steal that little formation there. I am a big fan of it. I think it's really strong. Just double checking to make sure I don't want any of these units. Storm Shaman could be nice. I could be going for some sort of Cave Warrior build. So that was tempting for me, but I kind of like these options better. I'm holding the Desperate Doctor, thinking I might find a Berserker and like a Soul Reaper later, and have some sort of like Turbo Boys build going on here. But I'm not trying to force Turbo Boys. And who's still fighting? Whoa, okay. In this case, I think I will buy the Tuskies, simply because that gets me really close to getting that 3-star Tusk Champion. So with that in mind, I might start throwing some tank items on him as well, because he looks like he's going to be strong. I do want this on the Agursis, because if I get a Frantic Mask, I definitely want to put it on her. And if I ever sell the Taboo, his Frantic definitely goes on the Agursis Ranger. She's probably the one of the 3 best units to have that, along with Shadow Crawler and Berserker. So, okay, another pretty comfortable win. Oh, big mistake there. I should have leveled before that round, thrown in another unit, made that win even more convincing, done more damage to my opponents. But I forgot. Fortunately, we didn't lose because of it. Ooh, and I could have bought this God of War had I done that. Pretty big mistake. Oh well, we'll live. Now I can bring this Red Axe on. I think he's the stronger tank, but he doesn't have the armor, so I might stick like this. Okay, I had enough gold to put 3 bits of experience into leveling, so I did that. Now round 17, for those of you playing at home, this is where you should be hitting level 7. Typically in a regular game, you're not win streaking. You want to try and push towards level 7 on round 17. That's the best spot to do it on curve. So I'm already level 7. In fact, I'm most of the way to level 8. I'll be hitting level 8 next round. And then for a standard game, you'd want level 7 on round 17, and round 21 is where you want to be hitting level 8. Okay, here we go. Now, this brings me to 5 warriors. Whoops, wrong unit. This brings me to 5 warriors. I don't want to stop there, so I think the warrior bonus is better than the spirit bonus. So I'm actually going to go ahead and frontline my warriors now, with an Agursis behind. I think I'm done with this Thunder Spirit this game. I think this is how we're rolling. So I found a 6th warrior. I'm feeling really powerful right now. Although this guy does have a very strong team, so I would not be surprised at all if he beat me this round, and it looks like he's going to do just that. So, I mean, you just can't win them all. That Abyssal Crawler is going to be the reason I lose this round. Abyssal Crawler is so cheesy, I think. But, I mean, it's in the game. So, people use it. It's there. I can't blame them for it. Oh, see, one more attack and that would have killed it, but it went stealth. You can't be too mad about that. Soul Reaper. Okay. Now, I'm thinking, I have 6 warriors. The unit that I have in here is an Agursis unit, so throwing another Agursis would give me that Agursis debuff. So that's what I'm thinking about for my next unit. I lost my win streak, unfortunately, but I can still put 1 click into my experience. What do I have item-wise? These I think I want on my pirate captain, because I potentially want to get an orb of refresh on him. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have sold the Taboo Witcher to put the Soul Reaper in. That was probably the optimal play. Unless I plan to 3-star him, which at this point I might be doing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Round 21, I'll go ahead and push up to level 9, throw in a Soul Reaper, and I'll sit on what I have for now. Gersis Ranger is a very strong unit too, 3-star, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and buy that. And this is Lethal Ursa. With 6 warriors, you have no problem with any of the PvE rounds or the minion rounds, at least until you hit like Glacier Clan is where you may start failing to clear. So once you've got 6 warriors, the minion rounds are just a breeze for you. So you just get so much armor. Like if I look at my pirate captain, he has 23 armor. That's a 60% damage reduction. He does have naturally high armor. He does have like 5 extra armor for most warriors, but still. My other warriors are going to have like 18 armor, which is 53% damage reduction. So once you hit 6 warriors, your warriors are just extremely tanky. Like I said, Agersis is strong to 3-star. In this case, it's going to cost me an interest, but I think getting the 9th unit on, getting the Agersis is so strong, it's worth losing 1 interest this round to make me really powerful next round. Or this round. So it costs me a little bit, but I think it's worth that cost. And one thing I'd like to work on is being better at organizing my bench. So let's see here. We've got a Goblin Mech Warlock. Or, actually I don't know what that comp is. And that's the thing. At these lower ranks, you're going to be running into comps and have no clue what they are. But that's okay. Now, I'm level 8. I'm level 9. I have a very strong team. So now I need to be thinking about, how do I close this game out? How do I win? Oof. Taboo Witcher. I'm wondering, I'm probably going to sell these Tusk Champions. Buy the Taboo Witcher. Again, like I said, I don't like really chasing 3-star units, but the Taboo is really close. And Agersis gets a huge power spike hitting level 3. So, those two I will make an exception for this game. Something like a God of War as well. Level 3 is just so important for that unit that if you've got those guys in your build, you might want to try and 3-star them. Otherwise, I think it's not really worth it. If your units can live long enough to get their ability off, then I think you're good. So here we go. We are back to winning. AGV has lost his streak. Let's see what I got going on here. Wow, I got 2 eggs. That's crazy. We're not going to do anything drastic just yet. If I do find another Taboo Witcher, I think it's okay to go ahead and egg it to turn it into a 3-star. I mean, it's not the best use using it as a 1-cost minion, but getting a 3-star unit on the field is just really strong. Most games I don't get any 3-star units on the field, actually. Okay, I think we're just going to smash this person. They've got pretty low quality, low star count, low number of units, just typical what I expect to see in the pawn levels, or people not really having any sort of direction. So, my kind of simplest advice I can give for people who are struggling in the pawn and knight ranks. Focus on economy, try and get your gold high, over 50 gold early, and stay there. The other one is synergies. Try and just stick synergies on the board. It doesn't really matter which ones. I don't think I've ever played a warrior comp where I've got Cave and Agursis. It's not really optimal, but they're the units that came my way, and I've put them on the field because they give me strong synergies. And I'm trying to think about what my next synergy would be, right? So I think Warlock synergy is very powerful. So if I can get another Warlock, I'll have the 2 Warlock synergy. That's probably my next move, something like a Dark Spirit that also gives me the Spirit buff. So I'm thinking that's what I want to throw in, but I could end up going another route if the units present themselves. So I'm just trying to throw synergies on the board. Synergies will always make your comp stronger, they'll never make it weaker. Alright, and people are starting to get eliminated. A Soul Reaper, so I'm going to go ahead and use both my eggs, because they're kind of getting in the way here. So I'm going to egg my Soul Reaper as well. Okay, so we're super strong right now. Now we're looking for a Swordman, a Stone Spirit, a couple Pirate Captains, and some Agursis Rangers. And this Taboo Witcher is just huge. He unfortunately does not benefit from the warrior buff, so he takes a lot of damage, but he's going to do a really good job of shutting down an important unit on the other team. So we're looking like we're in actually a really good spot. I'm going to put that on my Pirate Captain. I just want him to live. If he can live to get off a second ult, which would be 15 seconds, that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm trying to give him lots of HP. He already has a lot of armor. The next best thing I could give him would be magic resist. So that could be my next Warlock. I'm not going to hit level 10 this round, so I'm going to go ahead and buy him instead of pushing the button again. Just to give me that option for when I hit 10. It could be the best thing I have next turn to put in. And we chillin'. As far as magic damage, my Soul Reaper easily does the most magic damage on this team, so any of the magic damage or skill damage items are going to go on him. Alright, and we are going to be crushing through this game as well. So I hope this has shown some pretty clear examples of just straightforward decision making. It is good, and I am drawing on some knowledge of the current meta, so I do know, for example, yeah, the Stone Spirit's gonna go. We're gonna grab that Berserker. We're gonna level up. Throw that in. Okay, so that gives us the Warlock and the Glacier buff. So now I've just stuck a ton of buffs onto the field. That's probably the strongest composition I could be fielding at the moment. Now, I'm just looking to upgrade units. I'm level 10, so the only thing left to do is swap out for stronger units or upgrade the ones I already have. As such, I'm going to be buying units that are not 3 stars for me, and every time I come across a unit that could fit in the comp, I'll ask myself if it's an improvement or not. Ooh, Pirate Captain. There's an Agursis. So no more reason to... I can't level anymore. So I'm going to use all my gold on... Let's get rid of the Swordman and throw in a Doom. Berserker. I'll probably sell this Red Axe. He's not important. This way I can get up to 50 gold if I win this round. So it's looking like one more Agursis gets that to 3-star, and these are all one away from 2-star. I'd also like a couple Dooms if I can. Let's make my Taboo Witcher. Okay, wrong unit, but that's okay. Steel Plate Mail. I do. Wow, okay. People are dropping like flies now. Nope. Yep. Nope. God of Thunder would be fun. Okay. What can I do here? So, some sort of bladed armor. So he could taunt, which means he could get good use out of that. Finally get a Frantic Mask on my Agursus. He attacks fast, so I want him to have that. And I want my Doom to be tankier. Okay. We are super strong. This guy is really strong as well. If we take a look here, Kairu, level 10, Beast Warrior. Most of his things are 2-star. He actually could challenge us. No, it looks like we are a strictly stronger comp. Let's see if he went all in. He is not. He still has 50 gold. Nope, that's not. I thought that was an Agursus Ranger. We want the Doom. Doom. And we can wait. So we just played Kairu. Oh, Thunderhide, never mind. It's a PvE round. In that case, I will be losing an interest on this round, but I think that's okay. The biggest upgrades we're looking for are another Agursus and another Berserker. Those are huge. And where can that go? Oh, someone died. Okay. So who can benefit? This really should go on the Pirate Captain. That would be... Oh, and there's the Agursus. And that's going to go on my bench because I'm going to roll once. And I need to get rid of all of these items. Oh my god. Okay, where can that go? Let's put that on you. Let's put that on you. That on you. I'm not going to get all these out in time. Oh well. If I lose this round, it's okay. I mean, I highly doubt that I will, but if I do lose, it's okay. Maybe a little more magic regen on the Soul Reaper. Okay. So, here's another game where a pawn player has actually performed better than I thought he would, as far as getting a pretty decent endgame comp. We still won fairly comfortably. We have 92 HP. But that was actually a pretty strong showing from that guy, so let's see what we get here. 7, 57. Oh my god, you just fly through the ranks at these lower ranks. So now we're pawn 8. 3 games in, pawn 8. We got 143 cups that round. That's pretty insane. On my other account, it's frustrating that sometimes I'll win and I'll get like 18 cups. It drives me crazy. Okay, so let's take a look here. So, easily outclassed everybody in economy. 297 gold. And our value was $80. One thing that I personally struggle with, and I'm trying to work on, is converting a high economy into a high army value. So if you look here, an $80 army value for pretty much 300 gold. It's somewhere a little, let's see, mathing. It's around a fourth of my gold made it onto the board, which is pretty typical for me, but I see people who get, much closer to like a third, where they have 300 gold and they have an army value of 100. And that's just something personally I struggle doing. I struggle getting a high value onto the field, and I think it's because I don't prioritize 3 stars. I think at the lower levels it's okay not to prioritize 3 stars, but I know for me personally, it's one of those things that I really need to work on. So, thanks for watching. I think we did figure out what I was going to play next, or what I was going to do next game. It's going to be all about scouting, looking at everybody else's board, seeing what they have, and letting that inform your decisions. And typically, there are 2 aspects of that, countering and competition. So I'll go into those in the next episode of this video. So far we are 3-0. Go back to the details just to show everybody we are now pawn 8, 3 matches, 3 wins, with an average of 33 rounds. Thanks for watching. Please leave any comments in the comment section below of what sort of topics you guys would like me to focus on while going through my gameplay. I appreciate the views. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.